Hi, I'm Chandra, and this is how I do food for my family of 4. We have gotten our CSA this week, and I am going to show you how I make kale chips. I'll show you what we got this week. It's kind of a replay of every week right now in the spring. Got the kale, we'll make kale chips with. Spinach, I usually eat that with eggs, like a scramble. This is a mesclun mix. Lettuces, and this is called Claytonia, and it's a nice little mild lettuce we use for salads. Even my kids like it. And then sweet potatoes and potatoes. I already put away up there. I did not get onions this week. That was from last week. I don't usually wash my greens from my CSA. I know they wash them. I also know exactly who they are. That's a farm nearby. They have like 5 employees, and I feel pretty comfortable with knowing who's touching my food. And yeah, I know they wash it. So I'll take a look at the kale, and if there's just visible sandy dirt on there from growing, then I will wash it. But I'll check this out and see, but I don't think I'll need to wash it. When I do kale and chard, sometimes I use this handy tool, and I'll show you how it works. All right, so I'll just dump some of this out, and it goes in whatever size is appropriate. Look how easy, I love it. Leo likes these sometimes, and he's 6, and he doesn't like anything all the time. He likes these, and it turns out I just gave some to Nora yesterday. I made some a few days ago. I gave her some. She loved it. She also loved those broccoli sprouts that I did. I have to do that again. She ate so many I ran out, and I was sorry that I had eaten any of them myself. So she kept asking for more. So that's a great nutrient-dense food. This just strips the kale right off the stalk. It's particularly nice when there's big, when the garden stuff gets bigger. These are still pretty small. I have kale coming up in my garden already. They just, I don't pull things out, I just cut the stalks off, and that kale regrew, which I didn't know it would do. All right, so now I take this and just break it into smaller pieces. That looks mostly broken up. Oh. I have nutritional yeast, olive oil, oh, and most importantly, salt. Olive oil. Sea salt. And nutritional yeast. I love nutritional yeast. I love the flavor. And I think there's B vitamins. But I checked out the ingredients on the bag once at the store, and they supplement it with folic acid, and that's a problem for me because I have a gene variation called MTHFR, which, you know, Nora's, you're done. She's throwing things on the floor. Fine. That makes the process of using folic acid is interrupted. So if you supplement with folic acid instead of folate, they're just different forms of the same thing, your body's not able to use it. But it will take it up, and those receptors are taken then with the folic acid. So you're not able to get the folate. So that's a problem to have that in the nutritional yeast. So I found this one on Amazon, and I get this now. It has nothing in it. It's just the nutritional yeast, which I think that nutritional yeast has those things on its own. So I don't know why they have to supplement it. Maybe they take things out in certain processing and then put it back in. So when I buy a folic acid supplement, I look for something that says folate, which means it'll be the right kind for my body. And then I also make sure to check ingredients. A lot of bread products will have folic acid added, which is great, but if you're not able to use that form, then it actually is detrimental. So we make our own bread mostly. All right, so I sprinkle those, the salt, the olive oil, and the nutritional yeast, and then I massage it. Get it in there. I do a pretty full tray. Oh boy, I'm dropping it. Because it does shrink, so. And then I spread that out. Now, because some of that nutritional yeast ended up on my hands, I add extra because this is my favorite part. This gives it that umami. I wonder actually if Parmesan would be good too, instead of or in addition to, the same kind of umami flavor. And then these go in, and oh boy, got stuff up there. I will cook these for 15 minutes. I will cook those for 15 minutes, then I'll stir them, cook them for another 15 minutes, and then they're usually done. If they're not dry, I'll do, you know, whatever I think more. I just stir these around. Kind of scrape up any of that tasty nutritional yeast and get it in there. Turn them over, and now they can be spread out a little bit wider too. They're starting to shrink. You can kind of tell because they're so bright green still that they are not done. Let's see how those sound. Ooh, they sound light and crispy. Those are done.